Welcome to Filmatic. I am your host, Film Doctor.
Your intro should have said, "I am your host, the Eggman, the Eggman, the Eggman."
No one's laughing at your joke. Your intro. Let's
and the film.
Eggman.
Sir.
Eggman. Oh, getting old. It's getting old.
And we are back in the attic on a new streaming platform, so give us a little bit of a break with another hot film to dissect. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 coming to us from theaters. You can only see this in theaters, folks.
Oh, was that my cue?
Yeah, that's your cue, Michael. Just on a new streaming platform doesn't mean you don't catch your cue.
Hey, I mean, I sometimes you got these long ass intros. I don't know when the hell to come in. Without further ado, let's jump right into our movie review. People should go like this. Sonic. Here we are. The review of Sonic 2. I guess I'll go ahead. No, yeah, I'll go ahead. Why not? I'm gonna be honest with the audience and say that if you enjoyed Sonic 1, then maybe you'll enjoy Sonic 2. This one to me had a lot of cheesy humor in it. But I believe, if I remember correctly, the first one did too. But the first one, I actually laughed. Like the big black chick neighbor or friend or whatever, she was funny in the first one. The second one, not so much. Didn't like the whole wedding thing. Sorry if that's kind of a spoiler, but it just was dumb to me. Really cheesy and going after the guy and blah, 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 blah. Dumb. I love Jim Carrey as Robotnik. His acting in general, the goofy portrayal of Dr. Robotnik was good. Idris Elba did really good with the voice character of Knuckles. Sonic and Tails. I mean, it was a good movie, and a good setup. That's all I'll say. But I can't really comment on anyone's acting other than Jim Carrey's. To me, he's the one that gave that standout performance as Dr. Robotnik. A lot of the other people in there were just kind of silly, cheesy, slapstick kind of personas, which to me wasn't needed. You could have been a normal person where he is really that wacky kind of person. In terms of music, I mean, it was what it was. Cinematography, it was what it was. Storyline, it could have been better. I loved the first one. I won't say I hated this one, but I don't think it was as good as the first one. If I had to place a rating on it, I know for sure it wouldn't be inside of that A category. I'm gonna have to go with a. I'm debating between B and B minus. So I'll be nice because I'm always a nice one. Manny's always an asshole. Solid B.
Sure.
Solid B. That's what
okay, time for me to jump in. Team Film Surgeon, y'all see it scrolling down below. Go ahead and type that in the comment section. Y'all know what to do. Anywho, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So as far as story goes, I thought the story was, pretty interesting. I mean, this is a kid's movie. So yeah, it's a kid-friendly story. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, but I mean, you can really kind of guess what it's about from the trailer. So very kid-friendly story. I thought the story was okay. Was it something super unique or something that stood out? No, not really. But I thought it was okay. I thought it was a pretty good story for what it was. Acting, I mean, I thought there was some good acting from Jim Carrey. Obviously, he kills it as Dr. Robotnik. I thought his assistant was pretty good too, at just being like a submissive
in terms of acting.
servant. No, he just played his role well. He didn't stand out to me. He just played his role well. I'm just saying people who played their role well. Shamar Moore was okay. There were some okay. There was no standouts in this other than Jim Carrey. That's why I mentioned him first.
Shamar Moore, he shouldn't even be doing Sonic 2. He needs to stick to all the low budget Tyler Perry movies.
First of all, Shamar Moore is a king on the Black Network.
Is he though?
He is.
He's no Omar Epps.
And Shamar Moore has done a lot more than just that stuff too. He was on what was that, CSI or something like that. He's done a lot of things. I didn't have a problem with him being in Sonic. So yeah, Shamar Moore was in this one, but I thought everybody was okay. I had some moments where I laughed. I had some moments where I heard Michael chuckle.
No, would you
out
stop?
loud.
Would you stop with this bullshit? You were the whole movie.
chuckling out loud. So him saying he didn't laugh as much, yeah, maybe that's true, but I heard him laughing. So there were definitely still some funny moments in this movie. There were some children in our theater, so if your kids are probably gonna love this, because there were some kids up in our theater and they were going crazy, especially during the post credits.
Elbow drop some of them. It was loud.
So the kids are gonna love this one. Cinematography, I mean, was there anything that stood out that was super great? No, I mean, it was just the CGI was good. I'll say that the CGI was really good. There really is nothing else to say about that. The music, I thought the music fit the movie. It didn't detract for me in any sense, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this music is super great. As far as a rating goes, giving it a rating, it doesn't belong in the A category. I'm not gonna say that I'm consistent with that. I do think that this is a B, a solid B. I think that adults can find it entertaining if you're taking your children, and children are gonna love this movie. So yeah, I think it's appropriate. It's entertaining. You can definitely go see it. I'm definitely gonna give it a solid B.
Well, this was the quickest review for us to kind of
get. There's not a lot to talk
about.
I mean, it's a kids film, you know.
Yeah, but we're in agreement, and that kind of makes me sick to my stomach. And
you can give it a B minus if you want. Go ahead.
All right, B minus. Changing it. It was cheesy to me. And if I had to even look at the first one, here's the thing: the first one wasn't an A category. To me, I feel like it was better than what I thought it was going to be. Everyone thought it was going to suck because Sonic didn't look like Sonic and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then they changed all that shit last minute and made it good. So I think that I was expecting the D on that first, and that first one actually probably would have gotten a B plus for me.
Yeah.
Maybe even an A minus, but considering it's a kids movie, but like for me to give it a B is too close to this first one. I need to spread it out just a little bit more because it wasn't as good, in my opinion, as the first one. I do say that Dr. Robotnik's persona and performance, though, was better in this one than the first one, to me.
But yeah, I think they're doing a good job of expanding that character. I don't know that I would have gave the last one an A either. I mean, it's a children's film. I think it's highly entertaining. B plus, maybe B. And I don't know that this one to me is kind of right up that same alley. I mean, they're using that children's sense of humor. It's a kids movie. I mean, that's why there's not a lot for us to say. I mean, it's a children's movie.
But it does have a nostalgia for gamers that played Sonic. Those kids didn't play Sonic during that time. So in terms of people that are Sonic fans, do you still stick with that grade?
Yeah, because I was like, I played Sonic growing up. My auntie, who was like only like a year older than me, like loved Sonic. She was like a Sonic head. So every time I go over to my grandma and granddad's house, that's all we played was Sonic. And I pretty much probably played every single Sonic that there is. So yeah, I definitely think that this appeals to the gamer fans too. Getting to see Knuckles on screen and then the post-credit scenes, which I will not spoil. But when I saw the post-credit, I was like, yeah, let's get the real villain up in here. You know what I'm saying?
I already knew it was coming though. Like I was just like, but before the even movie started, I was just like, I already know.
So I just I mean they do a good job of telling a separate story, but also following the source material as closely as possible. So I can give them that. I want to comment on one thing so that the review is not too short. While we were in the theater, you said Sega was jacking off of Marvel with their intro. I don't think.
Can you not say jacking off? Can you use another term other than jacking off?
You said that they were stealing. Is that better?
Ripping off.
Ripping off, stealing.
If jacking off Marvel, I mean,
They're not even real people. Get your head out of the gutter. Anywho, you said that Sega was stealing, ripping off Marvel in the beginning, and I disagreed with you. So I want to know why you thought they were ripping it off.
They because Marvel has inside of their logo, they have all the different Marvel characters portrayed, blah, blah, blah. And inside of the intro of this one, they had all the Sega games inside of the logo portrayed as they come up to show that title. That's a complete rip off of the Marvel kind of concept.
How long has Sega been around, Michael? I asked you that question. How long has Sega been around?
Fuck, how long they've been around?
How long has the MCU been around? Hey, compared to Sega. Sega's been video games have been doing that little intro thing for forever. They've been doing that little thing where all their little video games pop up in the intro for the longest time. So
name one Sega movie that they did this intro for, because I've never seen that intro until today.
The last one. They did it in the last one. They did it in the last one.
Of Sonic? Because that just means that they ripped it off.
They did
now,
it.
I'm talking another movie besides
but they're a video game company. They're not a movie making company. They make video games, and they do it in their video games all the time. So how is it ripping it off? If they do it in another entity that is a creative art entity, how are they ripping it off?
So you're not going to answer my question. There's no other movie that you can name of that they use that title other than Sonic.
There's not that many Sega movies. There's literally only the two that I know of, and that's Sonic. What other Sega movies?
Well, they come up with their own concept. Why are we even arguing about this? They ripped it off, or in your terms, they jacked it off, or they jacked them off.
I disagree with you.
No, you can disagree all you want. Rip it off. You can disagree all you want. It is what it is. So, without further ado, I think that's all we have for you guys today. I mean, it's a short kind of concept. It's a basic kind of movie. We both have given it in that B range. We still recommend see it, whether you're kids, whether you're a fan of Sonic, whether you're a fan of Sega ripping off Marvel. Go and see this movie. Other than that, without further ado, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, do all that jazz, send up some smoke signals, put a little note inside of a bottle, throw it inside of the water, let it reach our shores, tie a little note to a pigeon's leg, his name is Fred, throw him up in the air, let him reach our house, and let us know what you guys think about this episode and the movie. And without further ado, this has been another exciting episode of Film Addict. Stop being late.
Mm-hmm.